Hi, I'm going to show you how to use the Wi-Fi interface of the RaceBox to do various different things. First, you need to find the IP address, and the easiest way I know is just to go into your router. You might have to put in a password to get there, and look at either connected devices or the DHCP reservations. And in this case, I can see the name of all of them except for one of them, and that's probably the one you want. It's on wireless, and Edison doesn't come back with a name. It's 108. So that's the first piece of information we need to know. So now we're going to use PuTTY to log on to the RaceBox and look at its Linux file system and the different files that are there. So I have set up the IP address that we found, and I will now log on. You log on as root, enter your password, and now you're in the RaceBox. You can look at the files that are there. There's some debug files that are created every time you start the RaceBox. The first one is file, then that's renamed to file 1, that's renamed to file 2, etc. And there's 10 of them. So typically if you're racing, you create file, but when you log on at home to review your race, you'll get, and the file will be renamed to file 1. You may not want to ever look at those, but if you do, you use the more command, you get file 1, and it just shows everything that's going on. It's really a log of what happened. So there's all of the configurations. There's the client was accepted to the internet, or the excuse me, the Bluetooth connection. Basically every command that happened. Here's the NEMA read from the input 1, the Bluetooth write, etc. All of these things are coded in various different ways. But like I say, you probably won't want to do that. What you want to see in general is the logs, and they're in their own directory called log. And I'm going to clear the screen and then show you we have this one log file, and we'll want to download that using FileZilla, and that'll be the next thing we look at. Now we're going to open FileZilla, and I don't want to download a new version, and I want to log on to the 108, and we connect, and we get this unknown key message every time, and we ignore that because we don't care about that. And here over on the right we see the different root directory files, and we click on that, we go on to log, we see the log file, and we're going to download that into our RaceBox directory. So we double click on that, and it's already there, so I'll get this, yes, I want to overwrite it. You generally won't get that because every one of these log files has a different file name. You might want to erase them if you get too many of them, just to make it clearer which is which. And now we've downloaded the file, and we can look at it with Excel. Now that we have the file downloaded, let's look at it using Excel. The first thing we do is open that file. It asks us, it's a text file, so we want to say OK because it's tab delineated, and that will work just fine. And open up all these columns. We'll see that we have one row per second. We have the date, the time, parent wind angle, parent wind speed, boat speed. These are the raw values. We also have the corrected values. If we go over here, we can see we've just got everything. We've got the latitude and longitude, the course over ground, the speed, the current. Let me move this over. You can see the current, the mark that you're going to. So this is used for doing any kind of analysis of your race. Well, that's it. I don't want to save the changes. We're done.